A great big good morning to you. I thought I would talk a little bit about some of the tarot cards for April, which is going to be lots of fun. Very changing world. As those that watch some of my lives will know, that 2023 is a 7-year in numerology, which equates to the Chariot, the fabulous Chariot in tarot. And the one thing about maybe some of you have been finding that the start to the year has been a bit slow, and the astrology sign that relates to the Chariot is obviously Cancer, which has the crab. So if you think of that crab-like movement, possibly you've struggled to get going a little bit. That's all going to change as soon as we hit April. And from some of the cards and some of the ideas that are here today, perhaps it'll give you that inspiration to move forward. So to start with, just a little affirmation, and I hope you can see that. I have the confidence to be myself, and so many people just lack that little push, that little bit of self-confidence. So we promised we would start off with some cards. So overall, the card for April, the standard one, is the Emperor. Fantastic. And this relates to Aries, your astrology sign. So the big thing this card is saying to you overall, and it is for everybody. Hi, Cheryl. Wonderful to see you. Very, very much. Set limitations. Make decisions from a logical perspective. Very difficult. When you've got that passion, you feel that you want to do it. But also, we've just had the new moon in Aries. So it's Aries, Aries, Aries. So it's allowing yourself to flow a little bit with the universe. New opportunities, always are wonderful. And they'll start to show themselves, but be ready to grasp them. But the big thing is make sure you're pretty much in balance. Balance is incredibly important in everything that you do, really. And occasionally, there's the lovely Kim. Thank you. So what I'm going to do in between the different tarot cards, I'm going to just pull some of my Spellcaster Oracle cards. Now, some of you have seen these before. They're available to purchase, and there'll be a link up. So for Cheryl, the candle is almost spent, time for the new. Great card, this one. So it's saying, do you know what? Let's see what's coming. And it fits in very much about the way the year is moving forward. It's so important that we take notice of that and keep at that pace. So for lovely Kim, the pendulum is never still. Trust the message. Now, Kim with Kim's Cavern. Oh, you know what? Some fantastic pendulums on offer. And I've got a feeling Helen here, you started doing some really interesting necklaces, pendulums, and Helen does beautiful jewelry. So for Helen from the Spellcaster Oracle, manifest your passion. The universe will be generous. Absolutely fantastic. And here's lovely Kelly. Well, and lots of good news for Kelly, isn't there? So Kelly, for you, the chest of treasure is in your grasp. Now, it's not just cash, Kelly, but it's very much about good thing, abundance, everything coming in that's wonderful and fun. And we love a bit of fun, don't we? So we talked a little bit about the Emperor and certainly being the overall for April. Now, it was quite interesting choosing a crystal. So I've picked, I don't know whether you can see this in the light, Silver Sheen Obsidian, because it's about balance. And if you think, of the Chariot, the Emperor, everything about that is strength. It's standing in your power. It's moving forward, but having that confidence. And you find Silver Sheen Obsidian is a higher vibration to normal obsidian, which is great, no problem with it. So we come into the first week of April, and it's not exactly week. We have a little bit of spread with it. And strange enough, we have the Hanged Man. And this particular deck calls it the Hanging Man. Now, the Hanged Man is brilliant. It's all about you, but it's about letting go. It's a little bit about contemplation. And I think if you were in a position like that, you certainly would contemplate, wouldn't you? But it's about pausing, not rushing into things. But it's about perspective, because if you're in this position, you're looking at things from a different direction. And that's having that wonderful, some people talk about a helicopter view. Oh, and there's Sharon come to join us. Well, that's quite interesting. So brilliant, because Sharon was out sailing yesterday, and lo and behold, we have scatter your wishes to the wind. So changing plans, that direction. And do you remember when you were younger, blowing those wonderful seeds out and just putting that inspiration out there? Absolutely lovely. So if you think with that, with the Hanged Man, as we've just been talking about, things may slow down a little bit, and it's slowing down because other things are due to appear. So if you think, oh, I'm not getting anywhere, just keep looking around, because it's going to be there, and it's just going to just liven things up a little bit for you, because things need to get very interesting throughout the rest of the month. Now, what I thought with the Hanged Man was a little bit of quartz, clear quartz. And those of you that know me well, I just love quartz. And Helen, do you think you could make that into a necklace, or is it just a little bit too big for me? And if anybody's not seen Helen's inspirations on Cauldron Creek, it's just absolutely amazing. And I just love the clarity of this quartz. Maybe you could use a little bit of selenite with it, but it's really important that you just have that meditative time. And I would always say, for something like the Hanged Man, the candle to use for meditation would be a white candle. I'm trying to give you lots of different perspectives in this overview. And you know, white can always, if you haven't got lots of variety of candles, white will always replace them. But you know, have that white light which will remove any negativity, and also attract goodwill, good fortune, and really make things different for you. So week 2, quite a change really, because we come into, if I can find it, I set these cards out so it'd be nice and easy. I could do it, but you might get a neck ache. Yeah, you're right there. And you know, Helen, you have to post your link, because you put some beautiful necklaces out today, and they're absolutely amazing. But sort of week 2 is the Hermit, and it's a little bit about introspection, soul searching, but really importantly, it's quiet. You know, turn the noise off. And we live in a world of pings, don't we? Pinging phones, ring doorbells, you name it, there's always a ping for it. But it's listening to what's inside and follow that light that's taking forward. And then you trust yourself. You know, you have that passion, you trust yourself, you know, you surround yourself with that love. And that's what it is. But it's when you're in that space, the answers will be there. You know, that way, the decisions, that's what's going to take you forward. Because so often we just rush into things, and then we go, oh no, why did I do that? Why on earth did I make those sorts of mistakes? And if you're thinking of a second week meditation and possibly using the Hermit, I always think the red candle, and you don't often see red candles. These are the spell candles, the beautiful wax ones, but tea lights, variation with it, or even a white, and write your intention if you can along the side of it. It's, you know, it's really great. But also the red will bring a bit of vigor and, you know, passion and desire to the things that you're doing. And the crystal, I thought, with this, again, because we're talking a lot about balance, is Tiger's Eye. And these are nice, just like easy little palms. Oh, Sharon, favourite colour, red. I wonder why. But just beautiful, nice and easy. And, you know, you don't have to have well, it's beautiful to have a massive big crystal, but working with the smaller ones that are easy in your palm, that you can keep with you, I think it's just so vibrant, so great. And I just want to mention, because there's going to be a link up, just my books, because I'm a bit of a tarot mad, and my new YouTube channel just started, just one up there at the moment. This will probably go up. So I'm going to be talking, it's called Tarot Journeys with Liz, talking lots and lots of different aspects to tarot, because I'm just a real tarot junkie. My other one, Loving a Book, which is I wrote with my friend Rachel, both of them. And it's, you know, it's very much about the things that people go through in relationships, all aspects to relationships, with some meditations. And I think just that combined meditation, crystals, that holistic approach, you know, if you don't have lots in your bra, your beautiful necklace like Helen creates, I think it just, it just makes it that little bit special. And then we come on to week 3. Hello, Helen. Good afternoon. Helen Reid. We're just having a talk about tarot. And because you've come on, I've just pulled one of my Spellcaster Oracle cards that I designed with my friend Rachel. So time to weave your own magic, Helen Reid. So make sure you bring everything in. And we're just starting on week 3 for April, which is the 4 of Wands. Home, community, celebration. And you can see it's that lovely marquee. So I think if you're doing events, you will be able to get out into the marquee without freezing or getting drowned, even though it's a little damp today. But it's time for you to attain some goals now. Start setting those goals as the Chariot energy moves in and you start moving forward at pace. Time to spend with family and friends, or just doing what is special to you. It doesn't have to be in a group. It can be, if you're out in the fresh air, Sharon, sailing, all those wonderful things. Those that don't know Helen's an amazing dancer. And it's just, have that everything that's all embracing. But it's also celebrating the end of a project. So if you've done something that you feel, wow, give yourself a pat on the back, give yourself a treat, just feeling proud of something you've achieved. It's not bad. And so often we forget to do that with ourselves. And, it's nicely about being supported. But even a celebration of love, be it for your animals, for everything that you do. So welcome, Helen. And from the Spellcaster, bathe in the moonlight. Whoever joins you is the one. And I love this card because it doesn't, it's just about how you feel, what energy comes around you, what intuition that you gain from those situations. Now, certainly for the celebration, I've selected the yellow candle. So if you want to meditate with that, it's all about wisdom, mental clarity, and knowledge. So it's just to put that little bit of clarity around everything you do that. Now, it would be very remiss of me not to choose the crystal citrine. Now, this I think would be a little bit extreme for a necklace. Yes, those of you that know your crystals really well will see that this is a heat-treated amethyst, but nevertheless, nature heats amethyst and creates the citrine. But I think there's so much power, and this has, you're probably struggling to see the rainbows. If you're drawn to it and you love that crystal, go for it. Don't feel that you're just going to be contained by what people say to you. Trust yourself to choose, what is important to you. And then we move towards the end of April, and we're going to be looking forward then into May, what's happening with the rest of the year. We feel everything opens up. The days have definitely got a lot longer. That warmth, that excitement, the different flowers that you can connect with nature, and some of the beautiful outdoor celebrations. So what we look at here is the 7 of Pentacles. And in this particular deck, it's called Coins. Now, this lady has obviously been collecting the harvest, be it, whatever's going on. So it's about harvest, rewards. It's about growth, be it personal, things that you want to achieve, anything that you set out to do. Now it's going to kick in and start making that real difference to you. But also, if you think about somebody being out in the fields, collecting the harvest, it's hard work. So it's the rewards from that effort, the hard work that you've put in. And it's, it's really important that people take note of that, because it's, that you started to confirm what's going to happen over the long term. Also, it can be putting effort into friendships, putting effort into something that you want, that you've purchased, and suddenly reaping the rewards, the benefits, the fun of having something exciting that you've maybe saved for, or had to go through a little bit of a quagmire to achieve, such as a car, a boat, who knows, lots of exciting things coming. Or even if it's just setting out to a holiday, it's all about, that investment in you, bringing it in, and that success. But as I often joke with this card, nobody's going to plant that money tree in the front garden. A lot of it's down to you and what you achieve. Now, this is quite interesting because I tried to look at this at a slightly different perspective. So obviously, the abundance and the growth and the candle that you would always use for this would be green, whether it's spell casting or whether it's choosing to do this in meditation. But I would like, when you think towards the end of April, maybe to do a bit of work on your chakras. Now, some people work on chakras, some people don't. And, the chakra crystals, if you have a set, perfect. If you can create your own, whatever they are, that's brilliant. Or even just something simple, like one of these chakra bracelets, and these are lava stones, or even message Helen, because I'm sure she can create something like that. So Carol Thomas, welcome to you. We're just having a lovely little chat. And just pulling into some of my Spellcaster Oracle cards today. And let's see what we've got for you. And I'm going to maybe pull some more afterwards. So Carol, for you, and I know my friend Kim will be jealous of this, the wolf watches over you. Not only, Carol, is this the spirit guide, but if you think of the energy of the wolf and what they do, I think it's just so important that you, if you think of wolf packs, they care for people. They look after, and I think that is just so vital that we start doing that for people. And so just take that into what you do on the day-to-day basis. But also, if you're looking to work with your guides a little bit more, then I think this is a great time to do it. So we have the lovely Teresa. Teresa has the Crystal Shack in Malden, and there's going to be a live on Thursday evening, which will be absolutely brilliant, about some of the upcoming events. Now, I think Teresa will be pleased to get this card from my Spellcaster Oracle. You have all of the ingredients to fill your cauldron. So it's all there. You just maybe need to get it in the right order. So that's absolutely fantastic for you, Teresa. But, all the different things that you're bringing together, just think about pulling those elements in and how you place it, how you set things out, and also talking the word ingredients also relates to Whole Health Foods next door as well. So it's about, that personal vitality. And Lisa Marie, welcome. Yes, of course, we're happy to do a card. So if anybody's got any questions that they would like to ask about, April or, any of the cards or anything like that, Teresa's pot's bubbling. How wonderful. So let's pull a card here for Lisa. Now, this is brilliant. Look at that. Abundance and fruition flows. So you've got your sacral and your solar plexus energy. So that energy is coming through, which is absolutely, it's bubbling, and it's fun. Taking Teresa's word about bubbling. But also when we feel the sun on us after, wet days, cold days, it just seems to permeate our very being. And that's what's going to enliven you, Lisa. So know that the good things are coming in. So just have that little tenacity to push forward a little bit more. So this is what the Spellcaster looks like, and they're available to purchase. No design. The design part was my friend Rachel, and we enjoyed working together. We've got some more ideas coming forward, and we'll certainly be showing them. But also they're available in the Crystal Shack, as well as the books and on here. So has anybody got any questions, or would they like a different sort of card? Because what I was going to do was then to bring some Spellcaster Oracle just to give people some ideas. So for Teresa, who's there, and I'll whiz up. So for here, we've got Life Purpose. And Lisa Marie, thank you. And, these cards are quite spectacular. They're really lovely. So it's like, what other cards are you? Well, I'm just using these two at the moment. But Sharon, for you, Passion. We're just keeping them quite tight. So we've had a little bit of tarot, the tarot focus for April. And passion, it's like not just about what's going on around you, but very much what you feel. So Eve, welcome. And there's going to be a lot more people on Roots to Connection. So if you follow them going forward, you see lots of different well-being events. I'm glad it's spot on. Thank you. Now, this is interesting. So for Eve, greet the stranger. And this is really interesting because it's not just about anybody that happens to you bump into in the coffee shop, but there's nothing wrong with that, to chat them. But you're going to meet somebody by chance, could be somebody that you know, but not that well. But it's very, very much about take note of what they say, because they're going to impart some wisdom to you. And really listen, because it's quite important that you do that. So I don't know, I'm sure if Helen's still around. Helen dreams. And it's not just about, thinking of the connection with the dreams that you go through, but it's also about, that inspiration that comes when you dream. And certainly, Claire's going to have a card as well. Brilliant. And I forgot to mention a big thank you to Claire, who's behind, sort of driving all of this. So thank you for all your help. And what's really great is that Claire was at the Crystal Shack and still making that connection. So it's really good. So Claire, for you, and this is, of course, Kelly, the Crystal Cave is ready to heal you. So it's not just about crystals, although crystals feature so well in many of our lives, but it's taking, all of that good things around and enjoying every aspect to it. Every aspect is so important. So for Kelly, we have transformation. And if you think of the butterfly or a moth in that chrysalis, but then branching out and spreading the wings. And, Kelly, I know you've got a tremendous lot on at the moment with somebody very special, and lots of love there. But certainly that transformation, we see the butterflies and how beautiful they are and all the different things. They touch our lives. And that is just perfect. Now for Helen Reed, I've got career. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean about a job, but can you see that lovely sort of halo around the tree? It's about doing something that is so important to you that it lights you up. And that tree seems a little bit precarious, almost on that cliff's edge, a bit like the Fool that you get in tarot. And it's like saying, you know what? Even though things may be a little bit difficult, stick with it, because everything around you and about you is truly blessed. So would anybody else, if I missed anybody, please say. So I'm just going to pull one for Claire Shepherd. Hello, Claire. Wonderful to see you. This is for lovely Kim. Compassion. And I think this is about being good to you. Some lovely treats, and I'm looking forward to doing some great shows in the summer with you. But it's like, give yourself a hug, Kim. You absolutely deserve it. It's so important, really important, that you do that. And for lovely Claire Shepherd, look at that, gaze at the moon and the dreams will soon be yours. So Claire, watch it back, because I've done a little forecast for April, looking forward, and a little bit of inspiration about some meditations. And we all love to gaze at the moon, don't we? But even being outside talking, I think is so, it's just great that we articulate, that we mention, that we say the things that are important to us. So thank you so much for joining, and thank you to Claire. And, I hope you're going to keep up with these little sort of, I don't know how you would describe it, that happening with Roots to Connection. But it's really great that they're giving showcases to lots of different, be it skincare, be it well-being. And don't forget to join us at the Crystal Shack. And great, Kim can't wait for the events, nor can I. And I can't wait to be in the warm weather. Just like everybody else, take advantage of this year, because it's going to be, full of fun, inspiration, and it's just going to make such a lovely difference to us all. I'm just feel truly blessed to have so many lovely people around. Please get in touch. I said my YouTube channel and my website are just getting up and going. Maybe a few mistakes in it, but that's the way it goes. But absolute pleasure, and have a blessed day and a blessed weekend. Cheerio.